Do you think there's a boundary to freedom of speech? And if so, when do you draw the line?
Freedom of speech can be restricted. It doesn't have to be restricted, but in order to protect the rights and reputation of others, you do not have the right to use your freedom of speech to defame someone else, for example, in order to protect the security, national security, or to protect public order, or to protect public health. Freedom of speech must be prohibited when it becomes a weapon to create hatred that could lead to violence, to discrimination, to hostility on grounds of race, religion, ethnicity, gender, or sex. Wherever you're using, or speech is being used to advocate hatred that could lead to violence on grounds of race, religion, ethnicity, gender, sex, then that is hate speech. That is an abuse of freedom of expression.
How do you suggest we combat hate speech?
Hate speech, we need to look not at the speech, but at the impact that hate speech creates. That means combating it, we need to see who is speaking, where are they speaking, who is the audience. And there is a whole range of measures depending on the severity of the harm and the immediacy of the harm. There is a lot of work to be done at the level of communities in order to build a positive view when the hatred is so strong, when the hatred is so dangerous that it may be prohibited or restricted under.
My last question to you is, does the stereotyping narrative against women and girls, be it online or offline, lead to hate speech that could sometimes be life-threatening to them?
Hate speech against women, which is called misogyny, can stereotype women, but it can also work the other way in that stereotyping, the prejudice, the discrimination that exists against women in society creates hate speech as well. Gender equality is of course a recognition of women's rights. Gender equality is also the way forward for society. Freedom of expression is a very broad right. It's a very important right for many other human rights, from health to elections. It is also the right that we use to create peace, to bring warring factions together, to build stable societies. But sometimes the weapon that we have of speech can be used to create hatred, violence, attacks on vulnerable people. And international law prevents that kind of hate speech against groups on grounds of race, religion, ethnicity, gender, sex.